So many years go by, and you're not having your
6 years.
annual baby. um, and was Kevin intentional? Let's have a baby. Like all the kids are starting to get into school, or
Your mom wanted to have another baby,
okay,
and I couldn't not oblige her, So,
right? You had to be a gentleman.
so while they were having a baby shower for her, and while she was having the baby shower, she went into labor,
Oh, really?
wound up in the hospital. All the women unwrapped all the presents
For
and,
her.
and wrapped them all back up. And
Was this a shower at somebody's house? Because we didn't have a
yeah,
building yet.
yeah, I don't remember whose it was. I mean, where it was at.
1966, we were probably at Willoughby Middle School or Willoughby Junior High back then, I would think, because after that we went to Broadmoor, right?
Yeah,
So Kevin was born. When did you find out there was something wrong with Kevin? How old was he?
he was 6 weeks when he went in for his 6 week checkup.
Mm-hmm.
They saw his head was
Starting to go
starting
out
to
around.
go shape of a football.
Mm-hmm. And was that a life-threatening thing or?
Well, he would have. They said he would have had epilepsy, and
Mm-hmm.
at the best, he would have had epilepsy. If he would have done brain damage.
Wow. So, who was his doctor? Do you remember?
Dr. Bell.
And he was a pretty famous doctor at that
Yeah,
time, wasn't he?
yeah.
What did Dr. Bell have to do? Did he cut his head right?
They cut his head on both sides, peeled the skin off, and then chiseled an H in his head
Mm-hmm.
so that his brain had room to expand.
Mm-hmm. Well, that worked out good for him.
Yeah, I think they put a few extra brains
Yeah.
in there.
He was a very fast learner when he was little. Did was he born at Lake West or
Probably.
yeah? I don't. For whatever reason, I remember more about Kelly being born than I do about him. Even though I was 9 years old. Not every 9-year-old's paying attention to that.
Right.
Um, when did you decide to start modifying the house? Before he was born? After he was born?
It was probably just before he was born.
And doing that, did you have to go to the city with plans of what you were doing, or
We
did you
did. Yeah. We
draw them up on a napkin or something?
Bob Hollingsworth, whose grandfather was John Fussner, lived down a couple houses down.
Mm-hmm.
He drew it up for us.
Oh, okay.
So just on a piece of typing paper or whatever.
Yeah. And that was just going to basically extend the roof line back,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and on the side toward the Potts, it didn't come down like it did on the opposite side. Was there a reason for that?
I was going to make a porch out there,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't get around to it.
What side was that? The east side of the house?
North.
On that's the north side. So it would have been kind of not a great place
Wouldn't
for
have been a
for
good place for it anyway. The only thing it was good for is for Kay sneaking out the window
We were pretty acrobatic back
and
then. Um, Anything else you want to contribute to a memory back then? You probably had a couple of cars by then
I had
at the
probably
same time.
20.
No, but I mean, at the time he was born, you probably owned a couple of them.
Yeah.
Because you usually had a station wagon to haul people,
Right.
and then another car that you probably drove back and forth to work, I would imagine.
Yeah, the station wagon I use for work, like a work truck. I look like
Or for painting and
for
stuff.
painting and that.
Hmm.
Besides hauling people too, but
So when you would take us to church, would you have to empty it every time? Or, because I remember people
yeah,
sitting way in the back.
right. Um, a funny story. When Kevin was in about the fourth or fifth grade, um, I was on day shift for a little while, and they needed a football coach.
Hmm. This is after I was married.
Yeah, and so I volunteered to be football coach.
Hmm.
And one day I got a call from um, News Herald, and they said that they're doing surveys um, about uh, what things to cover in the News Herald. Would I be willing to sit down for an interview? And I said, sure. And so a couple days later, this young lady, who was probably just an intern or something,
Hmm.
knocked on the door, and we sat down in the living room, and she started asking questions. Do you want more coverage or less coverage, or is it about right? World news, local news, and all these kinds of questions. And then they got around to sports, and she said, you know, you want more baseball, less baseball, more football, less football. And then one of the categories was midget football.
Hmm.
And she says, um, do you want more, less, or about the same of midget football? And I says, well, I coach midget football, so I probably should say more. She says, you coach midget football? And I says, yeah. She says, I didn't even know there was that many midgets.
Wow. And she was serious.
And she was serious.
Oh my gosh. Totally inappropriate language today, right?
Right.
It'd be little people football.
Uh,
That's funny. Well, good. Thank you.